Hello, Chiquis!
And welcome to Chatty Amigas, a podcast where two friends approach everyday problems and find practical solutions.
We are your hosts. I'm Mafe.
And I'm Mela. Sometimes it's a struggle finding the right motivation, and little tips can go a long way in helping us get there, you know? Motivation for motivation.
Yes, absolutely true. So today we will be spilling the tea on how to motivate yourself in a very easy and practical way.
So, we did a bit of research. There are two articles that we liked. One of them, we're not really going to dive deeply into it. So we'll just leave the link in the description below as we do with everything. So if you want to take a gander at it, feel more than free to do so. But we found one article that talks about how there's 3 ways you can motivate yourself that's backed by science, which I thought was really interesting, and it makes it very neutral. So they were literally saying that the first thing to do is to get positive, because when we are in a bad mood, we tend to procrastinate. I believe that's very much true.
Yes, absolutely.
Second thing is to get rewarded, because research shows that rewards are responsible for 3/4 of why we do things, which I also can see happening. Because no one's going to want to put time and energy into something they're not going to get something positive out of, right?
Well, and it's like when you've had a long day of running errands, and then you know that when you're running errands, you usually go to Starbucks or get a nice coffee or whatever, and it just makes everything better because you're like, I'm gonna get everything done because I want to have my treat. You feel better.
Man, my motivation is if I get all this done, I don't got to do it tomorrow.
Very true.
And then third one is get peer pressure. If you surround yourself with people you want to be, and yes, what you want to be, it's far less taxing to do what you should be doing, which is true. So those are the 3 ways that work, but we're really going to dive deeply into 20 ways to find motivation, because it can be real hard.
Exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy to motivate yourself. But we're gonna, like Mela just said, we're gonna jump right into it, because if you're needing motivation, you're here for it, and we're not gonna procrastinate anymore.
She's like, as you're sighing, you need to take the deepest sigh.
We're gonna give you all you need. So
yes.
The first
Spill
one,
the tea. Go ahead. Is there a cat next to you?
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, sorry,
Chiquis,
guys.
can you?
Sorry for everybody that just heard that. So
I love it. Chiquis. Oh,
yep.
It's so cute. Why is it mad?
Because I closed the door on it. So sorry, guys. For the ones that have been listening for a long time, know that I have a dog, but I am house sitting. So if we sound cat. It's not Mela's cat.
Ironically, right? The one with the pet. That's
right.
A cat.
So if we sound a little different, that's the reason why. Because I'm not in my normal setting. But I closed the door, and the cat is like angry that I closed the door. He's actually very vocal. Like
clearly.
If you leave him alone all day, like he won't let you. Like he'll let you know that he's mad that he was alone all day. And he meows like for 30 minutes, and he's not like little meows. Like,
no.
Meh. He's like, Meh.
Clearly.
For a long time. And I'm like,
it's a very anxious cat. That's why he keeps doing it, because you're rewarding him with a treat. Or opening the door. If you don't, they eventually learn. It's annoying.
Well, this is how the lady has trained them. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Anyways. So back
motivation. Go.
So the first one is to just start. So yeah, just get started. You know, sometimes you don't always need the reason or to reason with your emotions to rationalize why you need to do something. You can deal with those negative feelings later on at the right time. Instead, try setting aside all of the negative emotions and simply start. If you're not sure about something, just start. Mark Twain actually said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started."
It's true.
Just start.
It's like, oh, just start.
Just
Number 2, break tasks down into small steps, which I think is wonderful. I do this. When I'm beyond overwhelmed, I do an hour at a time. So I think of what I need to accomplish this hour, and that's all I focus on. When it's done, next hour, okay, what do I need to focus on? It, honest to God, does help me. It makes my mind not feel like, woo, you know?
Right.
Because that's what my mind does, apparently. So sometimes, yes, when you're trying to motivate yourself, use this tactic. Sometimes it's the simple things that help. It's the simplest things done while the work is the best. Just remember, you can't do everything at once, right? And that's true, because I did research like years ago, and apparently a normal person can only do 7 items on a list a day. That's it. And I took that as a challenge. Yeah, no, I cannot do more than 7 items. I couldn't do it.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever done more. I don't think I've written more than 7 tasks on a list on any given day. I think my brain automatically just writes a few when I just want to get those done.
Fair.
So I don't want to overwhelm myself. But I guess if it's backed by science, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's saying a method to help you is write down what you need to do on a piece of paper. Then write down every single step you need to take to make it happen. Finally, ignore everything except the step you're working on. Apparently, that's it. To me, that's stressful. But if it works for you, do it.
I don't know about that. but I'm like you. I like to work on a few things at a time. Like
I just make a list sometimes, cross it out.
Exactly.
But I do
and then make
another. At a time.
Sometimes I've written a few things, and then after I'm done, then I write a few more things. Then it makes me feel like I've accomplished more.
Yeah.
The next one is to create a positive mindset, because getting motivated, it's almost impossible if you're looking at the situation from a negative viewpoint. But if you're looking at from a positive viewpoint, it can actually be energizing and help you to motivate yourself. So you can pause and ask yourself, what's good about this situation?
Yeah. Number 4, create a feeling of gratitude. When you find yourself stuck in a rut, it can feel impossible to motivate yourself. So before you try to motivate yourself, just take a moment back, a step back, and try to appreciate how you feel. And then when you feel appreciation for yourself, it's much easier to stay motivated, which I agree with. One of the quickest ways to feel good about yourself is to practice gratitude. It's almost entirely impossible to feel low and grateful at the same time. I've never felt low and grateful at the same time. So I'm going to...
Never. I agree. Yeah.
Unless I'm feeling sick. Like, I'm sick, but I'm so grateful I'm on my couch, not working.
I guess that's different, because that's not your like emotional low point. It's just your body needing to rest.
I guess this is
so
true.
That makes sense. Interesting. The next one is to be kind to yourself. Like if you're procrastinating, if you make a mistake, it's very easy to beat yourself up. So if you're like many people, you may find that you internally speak to yourself in a mean way. So if you notice yourself, I've done that
Which
before.
was a podcast that we did about it. Inner Voice. If you guys want to listen to it, go ahead.
Oh yes, I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, my life has been a mess. Just kidding. So if you notice doing this, you can pause and try to speak to yourself kindly instead. You wouldn't speak to someone else that way, so why would you do it to yourself? You deserve your own kindness.
And then the next one is be constructive. When you realize you've made a mistake or finally bring yourself back from a procrastination session, you have a golden opportunity to learn and improve. I do this. Yeah, it does work, because then you don't repeat it again. I literally looked up at Mafe. I see a tail fluffing behind you, the cat. I wish you guys Chiquis could see this, because this is hilarious.
I'll take a picture of the cat and we're gonna post it on Instagram.
Okay. When you realize you've made a mistake, so like we were saying, you could learn from it and then you could do better next time. I love this. And then you could ask yourself, why did I make this mistake? How can I avoid making the same mistake in the future? If you do this and act on what you learn, you'll transform mistakes into opportunities. I agree 1,010%.
Yes.
And then you work smarter, not harder. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of getting motivated. If you're working smarter, not harder, you're gonna be more likely to do more things. Like you're gonna be more motivated because now it's easier instead of like making it harder for yourself.
Yeah, and you feel like you like completed a challenge because you found all these loopholes. I love it.
Exactly.
I love doing that.
That's a good one. Very good. The next you laugh, you're so funny. The next one is to cut your to-do list. And it's true, we've talked about this, to-do lists can help you organize your task and focus on what's important, but they can also be very overwhelming and make us like we end up actually procrastinating even more. So if you're finding yourself struggling to stay motivated, you might need to just cut down your list down to manageable sizes. So choose no more than 3 tasks and make that your new to-do list. Then ignore them all but the first item. Then you may find that with time you can take on longer to-do lists. So I do that. I do a few. Once I've done them, then I write a few more.
So. Yeah, I can't do that. I make a list of everything that I need to accomplish. Because if I don't, I get anxiety or whatever in my head because I didn't like release it from my head.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But I know that I can only do 7 because I've tried challenging that. Like, challenge accepted. No. Can only do 7. I have like a lot of energy too. I don't know. Yeah. Like, can you say like how my life is with that stuff?
But you have a lot of energy and you have a lot of strength.
Yeah, but I don't know if it has anything to do with another because you can be a weak person and have a lot of energy. Mine's just my dad had a lot of like, he was heavy. Like that's what strength. It is. Just like a heavy. Eric said, "Oh, it's like a heavy strength," but it doesn't have anything to do with energy.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I've met people with heavy strength that are like don't really have much energy. They're like older.
That's true. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but again, thank you.
Never mind.
But
you're right.
Anyway, the whole point of the whole thing is I like to accomplish a lot in one day. That's just not that others don't. I have a lot of energy. My aunt says I have enough to sell and give away and still have enough for myself. So I try to
make a profit.
Oh my gosh.
Make a profit out of it.
Oh yeah, money. I'm like a prophet, like a prophecy, like I prophesize. Like
no, a profit, like money-wise.
Money-wise. Thank you. That's good, Moolah. So yeah. I tried to overcome the 7. Like I tried to do more. I've literally tried to do 8. It's impossible. I couldn't. So I personally try to, if I don't do more than, if I do 5, I'm happy. If there are times where you're not going to be able to do all 5 because maybe the first 2 top things are going to take 8 hours and that's okay. Yeah. You just can't put yourself down and punish yourself for it because you got this annoying task done and that's pretty awesome.
Right. Very true.
Yeah. So, number 8, set attainable goals that excite you. So, I guess this kind of goes with what I was kind of saying. If you have a goal that feels too big or unattainable, it may make you feel crippled with anxiety and fear, or like make you not even want to do it because like it's gonna take me forever. Right. This is definitely a way to help prevent you develop the motivation. So, let go of the goals that paralyze you. Instead, choose exciting enough goals to help motivate yourself, but not so big that you freeze when facing them. I guess it depends on what it is that you're doing. So like I really wanted to try to publish my book, but it took me like 4 years to decide to like put it out there. I still don't have any publishers that have any interest. Like I've tried. But I also hear it's extremely difficult to get a book published, especially a children's book, which is what I wrote. So at the moment I tried for a bit, I stopped. And I'll try again later in life again, but at least I tried. I put that out there.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta
just do your best when you can. That's
right. Number 9 says, imagine your future if you don't change. So this tip can make inspiring yourself easy. Instead of focusing on the change you want, imagine the life you'll have if you don't stay motivated. You ask yourself, what will life be like in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years? So I think that is super important.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you have to imagine yourself. Like if your goal is to lose weight and you don't stay motivated and you don't start, imagine what would happen if you don't start losing the weight you have that you want to lose.
So. Yeah. And like, you don't want to live like 2 years from now regretting something you could have just done. That's the worst feeling. Is like knowing you could have done something, you didn't do it. So I say do it. Jump on it. Give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you'll never wonder 20 years from now what if, or 10 years from now what if. Exactly. Which is important. Do you think this is appropriate to transitioning now to tea time? This topic?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Go for it.
I think it's tea time.
Tea time.
So, tea time is when we answer one question that has been submitted to us by one of our listeners.
And today's question was sent to us by Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. We appreciate you sending it in.
Thank you for helping us.
I promise you, it's not us sending these questions. Because it's always anonymous.
People just don't want to know. People don't want us.
Perfectly fine.
People don't want their names out there.
They don't, and that's fine. So feel free to keep sending them questions in. We don't have to say your name. So, today's question. I want to be healthier with my eating habits. How can I motivate myself? And it's a good one. It's a heavy question.
Yes. And I mean, the article we're already using, has really great tips, but this one specific that a research specialist, aka Mela, found has a very simple, we're just gonna name the 8 tips that he gives that's gonna help you motivate yourself to eat healthier. And this one is a little lengthy, it goes a little deeper into each point, but we're gonna link it down below so you can read it at your own time. So the first one is to create a realistic weight loss goal for yourself. Next is to find a healthy role that has already succeeded in eating.
A healthy role model.
Oh, a healthy role. Which role? My bad. We are very tired. Find a healthy role model. Thank you. That has already succeeded in eating and losing weight. The next one is to make a list of the reasons why you want to eat healthier. And I wanted to mention a few of them because I like them. Some were like to improve your mood, to increase your energy levels, to get better sleep, to reduce stress. So you can find your reasons why you want to be healthier.
Yeah, and for health. Like if you have a health thing.
Exactly. Next one is to find healthy recipes that look delicious and make them ahead of time. So of course, planning, right? You have to plan in see what you like. If you like chicken, if you like beef, if you're vegetarian, vegan, there's plenty of recipes out there that are delicious. After you have found some recipes, create a meal plan for the week and grocery shop accordingly, and invest in some quality kitchen tools that will make cooking easier.
And these 2 things can help save you money, by the way.
Exactly. And drinking plenty of water and avoiding sugary drinks. Eat breakfast every day because it's the most important meal of the day.
Yeah. So hopefully with these tips, Anonymous, it could help you get healthier eating habits and give you the motivation, because it's something to start with. We hope this helps. Feel free to let us know.
And
email us.
Yes, and I've done that. I've meal planned. Like I look at recipes and now I know what to buy. And it's easier because now I have a list to use at the grocery store instead of wandering down the aisles.
You didn't do that before?
Well, not before I lived alone.
God. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've lived now that I've lived alone. I've done that now, right?
I always made lists. I just do lists for everything.
Instead of walking around and grabbing everything I want, now I have lists. So, anyways, that helps out a lot.
I always made lists, even if I have to go to the store, like shopping mall. I have to make a list. I just hate shopping. I really do.
I know, me too.
So I make lists. I don't know. I guess I'm a list fiend now that I'm talking about it. But you know what? It helps me not have stress or anxiety. So
there you go.
C'est la vie.
That's right. Work with what you got. So
Yes.
thank you. Thank you, Anonymous. So that wraps up the tea time portion for today. If you would like to have one of your questions featured on one of our upcoming episodes, please go on our website and fill out the portion under tea time, DM us, or send us a message under the tea time portion if you're listening on Spotify.
So now, number 10, reflect on how far you've come. So, how often do you pause, reflect, and appreciate how far you come? Because some people don't. They're quick to like put themselves down and not really think of the positives. I love to be positive. I love to think positively. I think it contributes to being healthy in general. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy soul, happiness, right?
Yes.
So, just give yourself the credit. Take a few minutes, close your eyes, and remember your successes. No matter how tiny they are, we live them and feel them. It's okay. It does help you stay motivated.
That's right. The next one is to remind yourself of your why. The COO of Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg, said motivation comes from working on things we care about. So take a moment to write down 3 reasons you want to find motivation to get things done. Like if you want to improve your fitness, get an education, save money, ask yourself why. And find the answers.
Yeah.
And find the ones that will help you stay motivated.
Yeah, I agree. The why does help drive you like intensely. So highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Number 13, eliminate distractions mercilessly. So you want to have focus. You have to eliminate the distraction because it's the enemy of focus. That's just how it is. So, you know, they had a saying from Warren Buffett. He's a billionaire investor. He said the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. Because they don't want to lose the focus, right?
Exactly.
So you also have to kind of see like what is your, priority, because, just throwing that out there. That's a topic for another day. So turn your phone off, leave it in a different room, close the door, turn music off, delete distracting apps, whatever. Just to remind yourself that you're not punishing yourself, but you're focusing on your goals. Then remember what you truly want in the long term.
Yes. Well said. Nothing else needs to be added to that.
Thank you.
The next one is to commit 100% to the deal you're making. So remember, nothing comes for free. When you want something, you have to give something in return, whether it's time, effort, hard work, or emotional discomfort. That's the deal. You'd have to commit 100%.
Yeah, agree. Always. Like some people look at other people and be like, oh my God, they got it so easy. Like that. No, they're sacrificing something for it. That's just how it is.
Yep. Time.
Point blank.
Time, money,
emotion.
Whatever it is. Yes.
Correct. Correct. Then number 14, declutter and tidy. It is extremely difficult to motivate yourself if you can't see your bedroom floor and your desk looks like something has exploded on it. So the environment is going to help, because if it does contribute to anxiety and stress if it's not organized, it's proven. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So if it's work from the outside in and create an environment that helps you to stay motivated and like putting things away, organizing it, it's just great, and it all around makes your life easier. You save time because the keys are there, like they're in their place, they're in their home. If the keys aren't home, you're gonna spend 10 minutes looking for them. It's just organize it, like it'll help. Exactly.
It's gonna help in the long run to have a little system, especially if it's like clean and tidy. You'll be able. If there's a billion things on your desk, you're not going to be able to find the one paper you've been looking for.
But then you're not going to have motivation to do it.
Exactly. Or if you have specific like little stacks, stuff organized, labeled, you'll be like, it's right there. Beam, done.
How did it go?
Beam, done. Beam, done.
Done. Thank you.
Beam, done. Next one. We're gonna have to make that a sound and people like have it as a ringtone. Beep, done.
Can you imagine? Oh geez.
I don't know. I don't know how to do
that. You could be an alarm for motivation.
Beep, done. Like those apps, I don't know, like you click it's like a list, but it's an app. and you can check mark it. So every time you check, mark, it's gonna say beep done, beep done,
with your
beep
voice.
done with my finger and my voice. Anyways, the next one, change your inputs. You know the saying, you are what you eat. And we consume a lot every day: food, music, podcasts, TV, social media, all that stuff. So if you're finding it challenging to motivate yourself, mix things up a little bit. So listen to motivational podcasts, or check out a must-read book, or watch some inspiring videos. That's going to help you freshen up, get energized, and find motivation to get things done.
Yes, or listen to our podcast, Chatty Amigas, where we try to give motivation every time.
Beep, done.
Another way to get motivation is to look to people in your life for motivation.
Yes.
So we have to, you're right, this is like really important. Some people energize us, some people drain us. Mm-hmm. So we want to be around those that energize us. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's what motivational speaker Jim Rohn said. I can see this happening. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. That means whoever you're with, you're going to become, right?
Yes.
So when possible, seek out enthusiastic, motivated people to spend time with. Let yourself get wrapped up in their positive energy, and you may start developing self-motivation too.
Facts. Beep, done.
17. Don't overdo it, Mom.
I'm gonna overdo it. It's too late for that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. 17. Ask for help from friends and family. If you are struggling to motivate yourself, consider asking a close friend or family member for help. Help. You could ask them to hold you accountable and check up on your progress. By expressing your goals out loud to someone else, it can help to make them feel more real. Plus, if you know someone will check in on your progress, you may be more likely to follow through.
I agree with this. There's some people that are the opposite. They'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk about it because then I won't do it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when I talk about it, I end up doing it because it becomes a challenge, low key.
Exactly.
And apparently I love a good challenge, so.
Nice. I'm like,
that's the tea.
My brain is already like, what can I challenge her to do? No, I'm just kidding. You're so busy.
Challenge me to go to bed at like 10 p.m.
Oh my gosh, I should do that. Your challenge.
I would love to. Oh god.
All the Chiquis are holding you accountable now.
It's wonderful. I would love to. That is my goal.
Okay.
But you know, I could just do your 10 p.m. if we're gonna be technical. And be like, we went to bed at midnight. I'm like, well, technically it was 10 p.m. Because you are 2 hours.
It's true. Technically, it's 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere all the time.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's it. I went out to bed at 8 a.m. and it's like 8 a.m. in China.
Hey, you don't know. That would be 8 p.m. here, I think. That's fantastic.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So my turn. I go now.
Yep.
So you could also ask your friends and family to help you. Is that what we just discussed?
Yes. Yeah. Go to the next one.
That's the next one. This is such a crazy hour for us.
I know.
We had a really weird week, guys. I'm sorry.
People don't know what time we're recording, but I'm pretty sure they can tell.
Honest to God, don't think it has anything to do with time. I just had the most insane week. I'm literally done.
Me too.
I'm done. But anyways, motivation to keep on.
That's right. Motivation.
Trucking. Hey! Okay. Number 19. Follow inspiring people who motivate you. So there's a lot of people out there. They're super inspiring. They can help you motivate yourself. Think of like someone that you know of, like an entrepreneur, maybe a teacher, musician, etc. Someone that you just know of. You find them inspiring. Soak that in. I do this because there's some people I'm like, you know what? I love that they're like ABC. Or they do this and they do that a certain way. I want to imitate it. So if it's someone that like I can know, I try to get to know them and ask them like, how do you do this? I actually do. I ask them, this is something about you I really appreciate. How do you do it? And then I try to mirror it to the best of my abilities.
That's true.
If it's like, I don't know, an entrepreneur you just don't know, but you'll follow on social media. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you could try to DM them or something. But highly recommend try to mirror someone that inspires you to the best of your abilities and the qualities that you like about them.
Exactly.
So do that.
Yeah.
Apply those lessons to your own life.
That's right. The next one is to listen to an upbeat song. If you need to motivate yourself quickly, try this super simple tip. Listen to a song you love that's upbeat, inspiring, and full of energy. And for bonus points, dance like a crazy person at the same time. Then as soon as the song finishes, don't pause. Dive straight into action. It may become one of your favorite ways to stay motivated.
It's very cute. If I'm having a bad day, I'm going to try to do that one. I'll let you guys know.
Yes, give us an update. Spill the tea.
Watch me forget to do it.
I'm going to hold you accountable to that.
Do it. Try.
Let's hope neither one of us forgets.
We will, but it's okay. Last but not least, guys, remember.
Last but not least,
remember your power and potential. So, do you hear my cat? What is happening?
No, I don't hear
Leo,
it. Shh. Was he trying to open the door?
He was meowing. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
All the cats in the world are acting up. Is it a full moon? I don't know.
It's not. It's that like Cheshire cat smile.
Oh,
the cute one where Sky looks like it's smiling at you.
Yeah.
So nothing should be going crazy, but apparently that's just not the situation.
It's cat night. Mm-hmm.
I guess so. So remember your power and potential. Just remember, you are powerful and you have enormous potential. You may not feel like it sometimes, and you may even feel like I'm being ridiculous for saying this to you right now, but it's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So please take a moment, dig deep, and try to connect with your inner power and potential. Imagine what you could achieve. Become still. Then listen to that quiet voice in your head saying, you can do this.
That is it for our podcast today. Thank you so much for listening. We sincerely hope you liked it.
We would love to know what you thought about our episode, so feel free to please leave a comment. Feel free to let us know what topics you would like for us to discuss in the future.
Please subscribe, give us a like and or a star rating if you want to hear more episodes like this one. Please follow us on every social media platforms at Chatty Amigas.
Thank you so much for listening, Chiquis. We will be back every Tuesday with the tea.
Bye.